A decade ago, Najee Harris was not sure if he would get his next meal, but later, he became the Steelers' running back champ, who casually gives away free turkeys on Thanksgiving. From a homeless person to becoming the most highly recruited running back, from a troubled child to the NFL rock star, the journey of Najee Harris is a remarkable tale of transformation against all odds. Where survival was difficult, Najee polished his skills and became the best in NFL history. Let's dive into Najee's story and acknowledge how he turned his adversity into triumph. Early life. On March 9, 1998, Najee Harris started from his humble beginning in the San Francisco Bay Area, and soon he found himself grappling with the harsh realities. Along with his 4 siblings and a single mother, Najee found shelter in a place called GRIP, a homeless shelter that became their temporary home for what felt like an eternity. It was a small room, cramped and confining, but it was a roof over their heads. Eventually, Najee, along with his family, moved to Antioch, California. However, this does not end their misery. The family's low-income, second-floor apartment was just 2 blocks away from a notorious neighborhood hotspot for drug dealers, gang members, and other troubled individuals. Najee's mother, Tiana Hicks, referred to these 2 blocks as the 2 blocks of hell, a place where no one had anything to do with football and everything with survival. And Harris's home was separated from Antioch High School by these 2 blocks of hell, where Najee was forging a path to a better future, the first ripples of his football career. As a child, Najee often found himself getting into trouble. The brutal realities of his life made him develop severe anger issues that annoyed teachers. He destroyed kindergarten classrooms and picked fights with other kids. His mother, seeing this as a cry for help, decided to help him channel his energy into something positive: football. It wasn't just a sport for Najee, it was an escape, a way to release his pent-up anger and frustration. But little did he or his mother know that this would turn out to be the best decision of their lives. His dedication to the sport was nothing short of extraordinary. Late at night, when most kids his age were asleep, Najee was out on the high school field, training in the dark. Sometimes, the sympathetic janitors who saw a young boy chasing his dreams would turn on the lights for him. The football field he was practicing on was within walking distance from his home in Antioch, but the area, as Marcus Malou, his personal coach, says, was a war zone. Things were so bad that every time he went out to practice, his mother did not know if her youngest son would make it home alive or not. But despite all the dangers lurking behind him, he tested his limits to become the best. He was practicing to the extent that his coaches started hiding his helmet and shoulder pads during his junior season so he could relax a bit. But Najee used to take someone else's gear and continue. Meanwhile, his mother's financial situation turned more and more bleak, and sometimes the family had to sleep in the car. Throughout his school career, Najee, along with his family, changed over 20 places and never stayed for more than 2 years in a single place. But where anyone in his place would have vented out their frustration in drugs or fights, he kept focusing on working out. High school career. Finally, despite the odds, and with all the efforts he put in, Najee's talent on the field shone brightly. He rushed for over 2,700 yards in both his junior and senior seasons of high school, an incredible feat that put him on the map. He wrapped up his high school career with an impressive 7,948 rushing yards, setting a record in the Bay Area and ranking 4th all-time in California. As a freshman, when he was called up to varsity, he contributed 165 yards and a touchdown. In his sophomore year, he ran for 2,263 yards and scored 23 touchdowns. He followed that with 2,744 yards and 39 touchdowns as a junior, and capped off his senior year with 2,776 yards and 36 touchdowns. College career at Alabama. After showcasing his talent in the 2017 Army All-American Bowl, he announced that he would be accepting an athletic scholarship to the University of Alabama, player to coach Nick Saban. He played for the University of Alabama from 2017 to 2020 under the guidance of head coach Nick Saban. As a freshman in 2017, he played in a supporting role, finishing the season with 370 yards on 61 carries and 3 touchdowns. He also made significant contributions in the national championship game against Georgia, helping Alabama to a 26-23 victory. In his sophomore year, Najee continued to share the backfield, recording 783 yards and 4 touchdowns over 15 games. His standout performance came against Arkansas State, where he ran for a career-high 135 yards. By 2019, with key departures to the NFL, Najee became Alabama's starting running back. He had a breakout season, amassing 1,224 rushing yards and 13 touchdowns. His receiving skills also shone, with 27 catches for 304 yards and 7 touchdowns. Despite speculation, Najee chose to return for his senior year, seeking to further elevate his game. The 2020 season saw Najee dominate in an all-SEC schedule. He finished his season with 1,466 rushing yards, 26 rushing rushing touchdowns and 4 receiving touchdowns, contributing to Alabama's undefeated season and national championship win. He concluded his college career as Alabama's all-time leader in rushing yards, total scrimmage yards, and touchdowns, earning unanimous All-American honors and the Doak Walker Award. Professional NFL career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee entered the NFL as a first-round pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 2021 draft. The day when he got selected in the NFL draft, he went back to Grip and threw a party for the children staying there. Najee mentioned several times in his interviews that he will never get detached from his roots. His sufferings helped him become the person he is now. So, as anticipated, he quickly made an impact in the NFL as well. He tied the NFL record for most catches in a game by a rookie running back in Week 3. In his rookie season, Harris hit the ground running, starting all 17 games and setting franchise records for a rookie with 307 carries, 1,200 rushing yards, 74 catches, and 467 receiving yards. His impressive performance earned him a Pro Bowl selection. In just 2 seasons, Najee proved to be a workhorse, starting every game and amassing 2,234 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns on 579 attempts. Besides, he maintained ball security with 430 scrimmage touches without a single fumble. Ranking him among the best in NFL history for a fumble-free start to a career. Najee's versatility and reliability are highlighted by his achievement of 1,000 rushing yards in each of his first 2 seasons, a feat unmatched in Steelers history. Additionally, he became one of only 2 players in franchise history to record over 2,200 rushing yards and at least 650 receiving yards in their first 2 NFL seasons. In 2022, his leadership qualities were recognized by his teammates, who voted him as the offensive team captain. One of his standout moments came in a Week 3 game against Cincinnati, where he caught 14 passes for 102 yards, setting the franchise record for the most receptions by a running back in a single game, and tying for the 3rd most in Steelers history by any player. After the 2022 season, Najee Harris's career with the Pittsburgh Steelers took a pivotal turn. Despite consistent performance, including 3 consecutive 1,000-yard rushing seasons, the Steelers declined his 5th-year option for 2025, making him a free agent after 2024. This decision was influenced by financial considerations, as the team was hesitant to guarantee nearly $7 million for Harris. But this move sparked a wave of trade rumors. Teams like the 49ers, Broncos, Giants, Seahawks, etc. were mentioned as potential landing spots. And why not? Najee's running back skills would be a great addition to any team. Despite the speculation, Harris remained focused on his role with the Steelers. He continued to lead the team's running game, working with Jaylen Warren to form a formidable backfield duo. Besides, the Steelers have expressed a desire to keep Harris long-term, highlighting his value both on and off the field. Najee's mother, his biggest inspiration. Najee Harris shares a deeply emotional bond with his mother, Tiana Hicks, which has been a pillar of strength throughout his life. Despite being a single mother and having a poor financial background, she was the one who backed her troubled child when everything was going against him. She was the one who spotted the immense energy in her son and directed it to a path of fame and success. She guided him through challenges, provided unwavering support, and gave him the strength and love he needed to persevere. Several times in his interviews, Najee has openly acknowledged the profound bond he shares with his mother. This life support system helped him turn into the person he is today. Besides his successful financial career as a Steeler running back, he runs The Bigger Picture, which focuses on education, homelessness, hunger, and using sports as a platform to build life skills. Najee Harris exemplifies how a challenging childhood can bring out the best in a person, showing that with determination, anyone can overcome adversity and succeed in life. Very few players in history have accomplished what Najee Harris has done and matched the expectations. He's an extraordinary running back who makes every run look effortless, whether it's a short 10-yard sweep or a spectacular 60-yard touchdown. If Najee can find triumph amid chaos, you can too. Share your thoughts on this incredible journey of this Steelers rock star and hit the bell icon to get more exciting stories, updates, and highlights from the world of football.